लगाएंगे
मुंबई इंडियंस,
जान लगाएंगे
मुंबई इंडियंस,
जलवा दिखा देंगे हम
मुंबई इंडियंस,
लोहा जला देंगे पानी जला देंगे दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे हम
मुंबई इंडियंस, मुंबई इंडियंस,
दुनिया हिला देंगे हम अब दुनिया हिला दे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला दे हम
मुंबई इंडियंस.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mumbai Indian fans from all over the world, Kasakai Paltan! I'm your host with the most, Chinmay Sharma, aka Scuba Chino, and welcome back to the home of the five-time champions. Welcome back to MI Live. Now, El Clasico Day is upon us, but I think for the first time in its history, it's going to be a battle for the bottom two places and not a battle for supremacy. But what I can promise you is, it's going to be a scrappy affair. We have a full house today, and we'll introduce you to our guests quickly. Kunal, hi buddy, always good to have you back. But we've got two peas in a pod today. Prisha, how are you?
Hello, guys.
And Pervin, what's up, buddy?
What's up? So excited to be over here. Lovely meeting you guys.
Thanks a lot.
And of course, we can't forget the
and
lovely
then
chick of feedback. Vinayasha, hi, you're so far away today. Good to have you.
Nice.
Nice. So that's all I get. Guys, first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you so much
Thank
for taking
you
the
so
time out to do
much.
this.
Thank you so much.
First of all, love the work that both of you guys do. Just your voice. I'm gonna try getting you to sing sometime through this this episode.
It's on.
Oh, that was it. That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
To convince you.
क्या बात
The
है यार.
one
Wow.
thing I can do right is singing. So,
and supporting MI.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
supporting
right,
MI. So I'm gonna have to start asking you guys. Prisha, tell me, did your love affair for MI start off from season 1 itself, or did it like gradually develop into the love story that it is today?
So I think like I live in a joint family,
Okay.
and it's like unsaid ki you live in Mumbai, so you support Mumbai. That's how it is. And like it's a joint family, so sabka schedule match nahi hota hai. But one thing that everyone, all of us do together is MI ka match hai, so that evening everyone sits in the living room and you're watching the match. Khana bhi udhar lagega, sab udhar hi hoga. This one thing. And my younger brother is a huge fan of Rohit Sharma and MI.
So give him a shout out. That's you right there. There, man.
Ansh, I'm here for you.
She's warning him.
I'm here for you, okay?
It's like a
Ansh-
very elder sister thing.
Yeah. And I have blackmailed him to another level. Ki, see now I'm going to take your name in live and you get my stuff.
Get your stuff.
like whatever I tell him to do, you have to do.
Yeah, for a month at least.
Yeah. One more.
So Ansh's favorite cricketer is Rohit Sharma. What about
Mad. Like every time like Rohit is not in form today and he might get out, every 7 of us look at him like that. And he
Bata.
gets so defensive. तुम उसको कुछ बोल दो तो चलेगा, पर रोहित शर्मा
रोहित शर्मा के बारे में पूछना है.
फिर खत्म. So yeah, I mean it's the whole family supports Mumbai Indians. So yeah.
Great. Pervin, what's your story?
Just adding on to what she
Yeah.
said, this is like a very Mumbaikar thing. Like if you're at a pani puri stall and you see somebody, he's like, "Arey ek meetha puri do." So the judgment eye that goes is exactly like, "Arey Rohit Sharma के बारे में कुछ बोला ले, how dare he?"
Yeah.
मीठा पूरी दो के बाद वो हम मुंबईकर ये भी बोलते हैं ना कि यार सूखा पूरी एक्स्ट्रा देना.
That's like your birthright.
Yeah, you have to. Just pick up a couple and blast that. Guys, big game today is the El Clasico.
Yeah.
I think for the first time in its history, it's now going to be the top 2
Yeah.
or top 4 ka supremacy battle.
Yeah.
But man, it's still the El Clasico, right?
And think about it. Like, it took 15 years of IPL to have a season जहाँ पर दोनों struggle कर रहे एक साथ. That's the kind of legacy we have.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
But look, what does this game mean to you, man? Because for us here, for the Pultan watching, regardless of what position we are in,
Yeah.
it's still the bloody El Clasico, man.
I think it is the best time for this match to happen because just when even jo
Yeah.
Pultan ka motivation not down ja raha hai, it's like that's when you bring in the biggest game of the season.
Yeah. And I think when the Pultan is also really eager for this match, not just Pultan, I think entire like बाकी लोग भी troll करे, but they are going to watch this match for sure. They might miss out, मतलब दूसरे matches ना देखे, but MICSK कहीं पर भी position में हो, they have to
100%.
watch it
ये
for
तो
sure.
मतलब this the ये तो जीतना ही है.
What's your earliest memory of MICSK? For me, it has to be like मेरे लिए वो rivalry start हुई 2010 के final में, when we really deserved to win the championship. We were dominating the entire tournament, but for some reason finals में थोड़ा ठीक नहीं हुआ. And CSK का वो जो comeback story था वो script होते गया and they won it.
Yeah.
So that hurt me a lot. And that was the first memory of MICSK rivalry. Say, what's
is it?
yours?
This is this, no? It's this now.
And
Yeah,
then
we
we,
are 5-4. Yeah,
It's
neck to
5-4,
neck.
buddy.
then we remember Kunal wearing CSK and iska wo bhi jersey.
We don't talk about that here in the studio, okay? It's over, it's done with. Look at him now. He's just got skin inside and a beating heart that's blue and gold.
What's your first memory from MICSK?
MICS, I think even the last year's match,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong.
Pollard one?
Yeah.
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 I think that was, but I was, because I was watching that match with my friends. They were home, and one of my friends was like big CSK fan.
Okay.
So I was like, "Arey yaar," like a big jagda going on. Because MICSK is like the major rivalry.
100%.
कि
Yeah.
ये तो मतलब अंदर ही झगड़ा चल रहा है घर में. वो दोनों खेल रहे हैं, वो लोग को फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है. तुम क्यों झगड़ रहे हो?
And I
Yeah,
like
in fact,
how Pollard
yeah.
has over the years just dominated. Like वो पूरा season कुछ नहीं form में रहेगा ना, तो भी against CSK will do great. You
Yeah.
can see 87 runs in the last game, like the one that you're talking about, Prisha. That's 87
Yeah.
not out, 6 4s, 8 6s, and a strike rate of 255. And honestly, वो position में भी जब ऐसे था ना कि we are losing the match for sure, like 80 for 5 or something, and suddenly he came in like
And then
he did what Sky does.
And you know, another interesting fact is, and it's also strange, out of all the MI bowlers that we have, Pollard has the most wickets against CSK.
Yeah.
He's got 14 wickets.
Yeah.
Do you think you see him bowling today at all?
I don't know this fact.
Yeah, there. Boom! Stats for you, my friend. No, but do you see Pollard bowling today at all? Would you see him?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because, like you said, that ego thing kicks in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if MI is going against CSK, anything can happen. Like just to get there.
yeah.
And Pollard is a big match player. Like there's a lot of people talking about it as well. And on that note, let's have a look at the social buzz. What a segue.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. Jiban Jyoti Dikshit says, more excited for MI versus CSK than IPL final. MI versus CSK is, anytime better than the whole IPL final.
I remember the 2020 का final and it was so disappointing. ऐसा लग रहा था Asia Cup जीत गए हम लोग against DC. And no one celebrated an IPL final. How can that be a final, right? But anyway, next tweet by Rohit Sharma, Fan Club India. The biggest rivalry of IPL history. It's an El Clasico match day. Next comment by Khushbu saying, wedded to the idea of one family. When I say I'm a part of MI Pultan, I mean it. I'm with my team for the better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish it till death do us apart.
That sound like marriage vows.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it.
You may kiss the trophy now.
I love it.
Next is by Crick Crazy Jones, who says, today is the day for El Clasico of IPL. It's between two greatest IPL franchises, CSK versus MI. Samiksha, could you walk us through the next two?
MI versus CSK. Rohit Sharma knows how to handle the situation without panicking, says JD.
Yeah. And lastly, a tweet by Lasid Malinga. MI Pultan has always been a team of comebacks. Whether or not they get through to the playoffs this year, expect them to have a strong finish to the season. Their core group of players and support staff definitely have the quality to pull them back.
True, completely agree. I mean, look, I've been nothing but just grateful to all of you fans who've been just blindly supporting the team, and I'm loving that we're not a team that is used to performing like this, performing so badly, and it's amazing to see that you guys have the teams back, and just as a host, that makes me the happiest. But I'm going to come back to my in-house expert who loves to talk about the team selection. Would you?
Yeah.
Would you, sir? आज कुछ changes है आपके इस नन्हे से पैर में?
Those are the simple changes that
Can
I
I
want.
get-
Yeah. मेरे को
Let's
सिर्फ
do it
दो
together.
चीज चाहिए. Yeah.
Okay, the first one has to be Sanjay Yadav.
Yes.
The second one.
Has to be Arjun Tendulkar. See, I'm just thinking in a simple way. अगले साल, like we had Bolt and Bumrah. अगले साल we have Chopra and Boom.
True.
Opening में there was QDK and Rohit. यहाँ पर ईशान and Rohit है.
Yeah.
Top out, like उसके बाद there was Sky, Ishan, अभी Brevis और Tilak Verma है.
Yeah.
मिडिल ऑर्डर का इशू है जहां पर पोलार्ड था, पोलार्ड खेल लेगा अगर वो टच में नहीं है, फेबियन एलन है.
correct.
स्पिनिंग ऑलराउंडर कृणाल के बदले वी कैन हैव समवन लाइक रमनदीप और संजय यादव. एंड लास्टली इन प्लेस ऑफ फास्ट बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर जो हार्दिक था, वी हैव समवन लाइक अर्जुन हु रियली नीड्स टू प्ले. सो पल्टन प्लीज कमेंट एंड टेल मी कि आप लोग को देखना है अर्जुन तेंदुलकर को खेलते हुए. आई रियली वांट
Who
हिम टू
are you
से
replacing?
या.
Who are you replacing?
So you can have any, like there's a lot of choices over there that can be replaced.
I
Anyway,
think
we're
Timal
going for
Mills, Arjun Tendulkar, Timal Mills, I think would be one. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we've been
Yeah.
filling up the 4 overseas
Exactly.
quota anyways.
and anyway कोई भी bowler लो 200 रन तो देना ही है. Like we every match we're trying different combinations, 200 are going. Then why not try something new and we might get some results. And we saw a video of Arjun as well, right?
Oh
जहाँ
my
पर
God.
वो stump
You know
उड़ा
what,
दिया था.
what really tickled my pickle was last game, his entire family was there. He was there. And his entire family was there. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is making his debut today. He's definitely there.
Yeah.
And oh my God, he was sitting. You don't usually see him sitting right next to dad, his father.
Yeah, yeah.
I love how I called him dad. Papa Ji, Sachin Ji. No, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping today is the day. But look, again, we've got their back regardless of
Right.
what the team is. And guys, I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. I'm laughing now. If MI win today, do you know where all of us are going to go? You know what? Tell me in the comments. 1, 2, 3, social. 16 destinations all over Maharashtra. I'm waiting. But you don't have to wait like me. You can go there and enjoy. Samiksha, today has to be the day. Come on.
यार चिन्मय ने वो 6 बार बोल दिया है तो मुझे लगता है this one आज का दिन
Have
is
you
ours.
been to a social
Yeah. Definitely.
for MI game?
Not
You
for a
should.
proper
When we win,
MI
we have to go next match.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it's the home of the MI fans, and I would love to come interact with you guys. Just pray Opal and Hare vibes. कि आज हम जीत जाएं. But look, again, I'm going to come and ask you guys. This is something we discuss at length almost every episode since we've been leaking runs. Riley Murdith, big Aussie pacer. Man, would you see him? Would you see him in the playing 11?
Again, I think if at this point we make some changes, that is good for the team.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
sure.
When there's some news coming up that he might be playing today. Fingers crossed. And अगर वैसा होगा, I really want that क्योंकि यार Aussie pacers, like I said this before, they carry an aura. यार जैसे मलिंगा का bowling है.
Yeah.
There's a whole hype around these big bash bowlers, like और Australian pacer है बच के खेलो. He might leak a lot of runs,
Yeah.
but batsman at least 2 minutes सोचेगा तो सही.
Yeah.
It won't be
And
something like
eventually definitely worth it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I'm really hoping that our latest AP Dhillon fan,
Oh,
Hrithik
yes.
Shokeen, plays today. And speaking of AP Dhillon, you love music, and I've seen a lot of the stuff you do. And we've arranged for a guitar sneakily for you. Would you do us the honor of entertaining us in the studio?
course.
No, I love it. Yeah, guys, come on. Let's see a lot of blue hearts in the comments if you're ready. for-
Everybody is excited.
Just don't break something while giving.
I won't. Yeah, I'm not going to treat this like a cricket bat. Could you do the honors? Thank you, buddy. There we go. All right, what are you going to play for us?
Okay, so we did write a song, Mitwa, from Lagan.
Correct.
I think that's great because that's teamwork. So, Paltan, let's go.
We take out our flashlights and just do the.
Okay.
Studio
in
vibe.
When the chorus comes, I hope you all join. Please
Yeah.
join.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Sure.
So this is from the Paltan to the playing 11 today and the whole Mumbai Indians team. आजा रे पलटन तू आजा रे मुंबई वर्सेस चेन्नई है आज हो फुल सपोर्ट करेंगे हो आजा रे बाउंड्रीज लगेगी या जोरदार मैच के लिए रेडी तो हो जाओ मुंबई की बारी है आज हो ओ मितवा सुन मितवा तुझको क्या डर है रे ये स्टेडियम तेरा है तेरा मुंबई है रे ओ मितवा सुन मितवा तुझको क्या डर है रे ये स्टेडियम तेरा है तेरा मुंबई है रे तू खेल जा रे
Wow!
थैंक यू
2 seasons with Emma, and this is the most fun I've had in a segment ever. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can keep a lovely guitar away. Wow, just at the drop of a hat, huh?
Yeah.
How is this as old as your love with Emma, your love for music, or this? I'm guessing it's slightly older, right?
Yeah, music is like I started music when I was 5 years old. Yeah, like it's in my family, so just the vibes in the house.
Thank you. That was amazing. I'm still
Thank
not
you
over it.
so
We'll try squeezing out one more song out of you later. But we have some fans waiting for us. Always a pleasure to have you guys. Alright, guys. And that's going to happen in Kasakai Paltan. Boom! And we're back to my favorite segment because we get to interact with the fans. We've got three of the loveliest today. Ameya, I'm going to start off with you, buddy. Thank you so much. Love the big MI badge behind you. Yeah, I love the fact that you're still smiling, still supporting. I'm going to ask you what I asked Kunal.
Yeah.
आपके टीम में आज क्या changes होंगे, if any, in the playing 11?
Meredith comes in place of Tamil Mills.
Nice.
And I think other than that, pretty much the same. Cannot drop Kieran Pollard.
Absolutely. Also, Shreyas, like, are you expecting any changes apart from that?
I think there's another change that I just read, but I can't recollect his name.
Ritik Shawki.
There are a couple of changes for sure.
Yeah.
And Meredith is here, so let's hope that we win this one. I mean, it's been a tough season. Like,
I know. But it's okay.
hoping that, yeah.
I know it has been a tough season, but it has been a tough season for other teams because of MI's legacy. So let's take pride on that and keep smiling, right, Par?
Absolutely.
Alright, Pranay, I love how you blurred the background, much like KL Rahul's celebration. But I'm gonna ask you this, buddy. Game changer for today. If you had to pick one player who's going to be the game changer, who would you pick?
I think I would again go with Shivam Dube. He showed sparks of some batting, like whatever he can do, the kind of pitch hitting he can do. Let's just hope that he carries on that form and not just be the one, the one player or one game match that one game player that he has been tagged with. You expect the middle order to have a lot more consistency now because that the top order and the middle order is what carried Chennai in the last season. So you expect that. So again, I expect Shivam Dube to do well both with the bat and the ball because they desperately need somebody of his quality to do well. They put a lot of trust in him, especially with the fact that they don't have Deepak Chahar anymore. So their opening bowling has been slightly, the plans have been derailed because of their bad auctioning as well. So I think Shivam Dube is my pick.
It's actually fun to watch Shivam Dube क्योंकि खुद पहले 50 रन मारेगा, फिर बॉलिंग करके 50 रन दे भी देता है. He just neutralizes his impact. Neutralize करके चला जाता है.
प्रणय, तो वो एक कौन सा एक प्लेयर है मुंबई इंडियंस से जिससे आपको ऐसा थोड़ा डर लग रहा है कि नहीं आज यार ये खेल जाने वाला है?
I think Kieran Pollard is my answer as well because he somehow always seems to perform against us guys. I don't know what he does before the game, but whenever it comes to Chennai, the guy turns up.
So it's Kieran Pollard.
Yeah, guys, just in case you didn't know, CSK have won the toss and they will be fielding first, which means MI is into bat. Man, Kunal, I'm going to get to these fans later. I'm going to ask you, your change is almost coming through. Riley, at least one of them, Bhagwan ne sun li, Mahila ne sun liya. Thank you so much, Coach Mahila. Big expectations, and that young kid, lots riding on him today.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you what I asked Sanjana last game. How many wickets for him?
I hope 2 wickets minimum. I think he's going to create some impact. And CSK batting hasn't really stepped up, to what it has been. So, मेरे हिसाब से he might pick a few wickets, and I really want him to do well in the initial overs. I think हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं ना, हम लोग का economy कम रहता है, but we are not able to pick those wickets. Bumrah is good at the death. जो bold करता था, वो अभी Riley has to do it, according to me. So what's your prediction?
Even with Brevis, since he's so young and he has so much potential, it's super unpredictable at this point. So when a new guy comes in like that, even the other players are like astonished कि क्या होगा अब. So I think that'll always work.
Yeah.
And what's happening? Samiksha sitting quiet there.
Yeah, I know.
पलटन क्या बोल रहा है?
मैं सोच रही हूँ कि यार ब्रेविस के साथ ना मुझे कभी-कभी तिलक वर्मा से भी एक्चुअली वो होता है कि यार वो जोश में हम चले जाते हैं कि खेलेंगे बट देन दे डोंट स्टिक फॉर दोस ओवर्स जिस टाइम पे हमें उनकी ज्यादा जरूरत होती है.
Yeah, but I think that's the exuberance of youth, man, like I said, because it's just so young.
I was just recollecting कि हाँ, what all changes can be done.
For 20 minutes she was doing that.
Beep poop.
Yeah. No, but I'm actually thinking, it's a random thought, but मेरे हिसाब से since Ishan and Rohit have not been in good touch, and उनके wicket जाने के बाद team पर भी pressure आ रहा है, it could be a thing. अगर Brevis fearless cricket खेल रहे, he could go at the top.
No,
So,
bro.
I know,
You
but
can't
then-
take the most inexperienced player of the team and put him up against a new ball in evening conditions where it might be seeming. I'm sure when Binaisha comes on, she'll know the conditions better than Harsha Bogli or anyone in the world. But exactly. But leading up to this game, the players were gearing up, getting ready, doing a little bit of social media stuff. And let's have a look at what they were up to yesterday. All right, I've got good old Jaydev. I would never ever believe that I would say that he has been the most consistent performer in the MI team for the last 2 days, and it's lovely to see him doing some social media itself. I think this comes with the territory. Binaisha, once she comes, will tell us what the DY Patil Stadium has to offer today. All right, the big man who just took Samadhi from international cricket. We do wish him all the best, but oh my God, look at those street trunks, dude. He's a tank, right? And I think he's waiting to unleash himself. Good old Murugan. I don't know who's going to fight today, but someone needs to. Why is he always feeling so cold? Man, it is Bombay, it's Mumbai, it is hot all the time. And this is them leaving for DY Patil, I believe. Or sorry, to our training facility.
Yeah.
Man, oh, what, 2 buses? Man, हम लोग स्कूल में 40, 50 लोग एक स्कूल बस में जाते थे. So 15 people is lovely, but
पोलार्ड नहीं था ना किसी के स्कूल में.
Oh yeah.
किसी के स्कूल में, love it. And speaking of tree trunks, dude, Sachin Tendulkar does not miss legs day. My God, he is just sorted. And I'm sure the players must be absorbing regardless of what happens through the season. I think just learning.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone keep quiet and watch this. Oh, Lordy Dowdy, what are you playing, Arjun?
What a name. And
What
look
game?
at his celebration as well. Matlab, if you look at it closely, it's not like he was super happy. Gauri stump uda. It's like
Yeah,
हमेशा उड़ाता
just a matter of
just
fact.
happy about it.
He knew
Yeah.
where the ball is going to go.
So basically, he's been doing well in the nets for a long time, and it could be high time to bring him on. I'm just
Hi,
making a strong
buddy.
case for him.
Hi.
Hi, what a nice little magic trick. Samiksha has just suddenly
वो
changed
अक्षय कुमार का meme है ना?
the that wala.
Switch off.
Binaisha, have you waiting for you just to ask you what the vibe, what can we expect from the DY Patil pitch today? And it's black soil? Black soil. Boom, I'm taking note.
So basically the thing is that I was somewhere down the line, wanting MI to stop going that conventional way and to take the unconventional route and see what happens if we bat first. Because all 31 teams till now who have won the toss have elected to field first and things sometimes don't go your way.
Right.
So I'm kind of happy here that, MI has that potential to go out, free flow mind, just bat yourself off. Completely, just enjoy that batting of 20 overs, maybe put up 220 on the board and then put pressure back on the Chennai Super Kings here. So I wanted them to go the unconventional route and I'm happy actually somewhere down the line.
Yeah. And अगर जो है तो अगर 180 seems to be a good target, score 200 just to be safe.
Always.
Always. We can't really rely on because हम लोग का bowling order has bowling attack hasn't been really up to the mark and it has been a little bit risky. तो उस हिसाब से 20 रन extra गिन के जाओ.
Yeah, and depth in the batting, man. And all of these things we can talk in the studio, but it's always better to get the fans' opinion. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's bring him on. All right, Amaya, since you have the biggest smile, I want to start with you again. Big bad day for international cricket, at least. I mean, MI still has the services of the big man from Trinidad, Kieran Pollard. Your thoughts on him announcing his international retirement?
Well, it gives him clarity of thought. No more representing his country in addition to all the franchisee cricket that he plays. So I think he can focus more on his body, on his game, while he's playing all the great franchisee cricket that he has to play.
True.
And good news for Mumbai Indians, definitely.
Yeah. Also, Shreyas, what does Pollard mean to you as a fan? Like there's a lot, right? It's not just about the batting, bowling, and fielding. He's an entertainer as well. What's your favorite thing about him?
He is probably the most dependable MI player ever, I would say, because every time when the chips are down and when the going gets tough, he's the person who has always stood.
Completely agree.
I can count at least 5 different matches just on the fly where he has pulled us out of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. For me, if I have to just name one person who's probably the greatest IPL player until now, it has to be Kieran Pollard.
Wow.
Because of the sheer number of titles that he has won for a single franchise. That is commendable. The amount of respect he has from the MI team, the captain Rohit Sharma is there to be seen. He's probably the greatest IPL player if I have
Yeah,
to
and
say.
what we forget
He-
to remember is he debuted under Brian Lara. So the man has been around for a long, long time.
For a
I think
long-
it's
yeah.
about time he took a break, probably focus on his family. I've already discussed the importance of family and bio bubbles and whatnot. Pranay, as an outsider, as a fan of the Super Kings, do you have a favorite Pollard or a least favorite? I'm guessing will be against your team Pollard moment ever.
It's very difficult to pick actually one moment for Kieron Pollard because, as Amir rightly said, that he is bailed out MI numerous uncountable times. I remember him scoring multiple 70 or 30 or chipping in with a couple of wickets. So he's again the sort of player who, if the team is in an adverse position, he punches against those adversity and comes good. And that has been his trademark. That has been Kieron Pollard's trademark. It's very difficult to just pick out one moment for Kieron Pollard because he has provided so many for Mumbai and so many for IPL as a franchise.
I think for me it would be him taping his mouth because the umpire asked him to calm down. So he literally went and got a tape and said, okay, I'll calm down, but I'll show you calm.
Also, I remember him almost throwing his bat once.
At Stark.
Stark.
I don't think he was throwing it at him, but yeah, it was just a sign of. Did you? I think it was a run-up issue and he just.
He threw the ball at him.
Yeah.
He just walked
Yeah.
away.
Because
just
he
walked
threw
away.
the ball first and but
Yeah.
again, he's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer for sure.
Amay, on that note, everyone speaks about Rohit Sharma being the captain of the Indian cricket team, secondly being the captain of the Mumbai Indians. And I'll give you a piece of stat over here. Every time since 2018, Rohit Sharma has scored a 50. Mumbai Indians has gone on to win 7 of their 8 matches. Do you think this time as well he is going to show his Kamal against CSK?
Yes, he is. Also, if you observe closely, in the last couple of games, he looked like he was getting into the groove. So I think CSK big match, El Clasico, as we all have been saying. I think this is a big day for him.
Yeah.
So he will perform for sure.
There was a tweet by CSK fan जिसने लिखा था कि Pollard का score card था, like he just got out for 8 runs in 10 balls. All this drama for a 30 ball 80 against CSK. That is how Pollard has been over the years. मतलब उसको CSK के सामने खेलना है. That has been the main one.
Yeah, and look, let's not take away from the fact that he's been around on the international block for years now. Let's have a look at his numbers. They're quite astounding. And again, let me remind you, he debuted under Brian Charles Lara, so he's been around for a while. 4,000 plus runs with, oh my God, 234 sixes. I don't think dude, have you hit 234 of anything in your life? I mean, and of course, 97 crucial wickets. He's got 14 of them, not of the international wickets, but 14 wickets against CSK as well. And which is why I asked you, man, I would love to see him, and especially if DJ comes on to bat.
Oh.
It would be quite a fun duel, wouldn't it? Because we all remember, this is what
it hurt
Bravo.
me a lot.
And then he came back, and then we won the next season. I think it was. I believe
I
it
remember
was.
Pollard और Bravo ही match मतलब like match up थी उस match में when
Yeah.
we won and तभी Pollard had done come at me. That
Yeah.
was a literal celebration भी नहीं, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Usually celebrations you know जो जीतने के बाद दिखाते हैं क्योंकि
Correct.
चौड़ में आकर.
Correct.
He was like ball आ रहा है उसके पहले come
आजा,
at me,
आजा
come
बेटा.
at me and he smacked him all over. I
Yeah, but you
loved
know
it.
what's amazing is they are also the best of friends.
Yeah, yeah.
So literally, and this is not a Shoaib Akhtar, Sachin Tendulkar kind of vibe where, you know, or a Virender Sehwag or Shoaib Akhtar kind of ki baap beta kya hota hai. But you see them the moment the game gets over,
Yeah.
arms around each other.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the way it should be, right?
एक बार तो हुआ था Bravo और Pollard एक दूसरे के almost they were getting close. Umpire was about to stop and they laughed. It's okay.
Yeah, कि यार,
तू रहने दे.
मेरा भाई है, मेरा भाई है.
Anyway, let's have a look at the playing 11 and see कि क्या-क्या है और the कौन-कौन है. Rohit at the top alongside Ishan Kishan, followed by Brevis. I'm really hoping for a big knock by
Man.
Brevis. Suryakumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Pollard, Daniel Sams is in. Next is Jaydev Unadkar, Ritik Shaukin, Jasprit Bumrah and Riley. I'm so happy for Riley.
Riley, bro, I'm so, yes!
But guys, Palter, मुझे एक चीज बताओ, aren't you a little bit stressed out कि bowling थोड़ा बहुत ही ले लिया है? मतलब again वो issue नहीं लग रहा है थोड़ा सा?
I think even CSK is at that point कि वो खुद already pressure में. So I think if you build that pressure a little more, I think we are at a good space.
Yeah, that's a good point because at this moment, you know, CSK are also feeling that pressure. They come in as defending champions, and ऊपर से when you're playing an El Clasico, imagine the pressure on the players to perform. But I think at the outside of it, if you see, it's just another match for them. Mumbai want to get those 2 points on the board. CSK desperately trying to push, you know, to get that momentum going. going कि हाँ हम टेबल से थोड़ा सा ऊपर तो जाए. So you know that is going to be I think it's going to be a mind tussle today, nothing else more than it.
True. And let's have a look at the head-to-head. MI being the only team that has a more than 50% win record against CSK. And as usual, like I keep saying, don't take my word for it. Believe the stats, people. All right. So D.Y. Patil will be home to the Big Air Classico today. 1913. Again, need to make it 2013 today, right, Kunal?
Absolutely. I remember, I think the Pollard set has to come in. This is like the again Rajasthan Royals के सामने match है, तो आदित्य तने का 6 आना ही चाहिए. That way the Pollard का knock innings has to come in. No player has hit as many sixes against CSK as
43. That was 43, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I had to rub my eyes a couple of times. 43 sixes against one team.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous numbers. And look again, he's been a bit hot and cold with his form.
Yeah.
But it's great to see just in the last 2 games, he finally came. And what I loved even more, and I know I said in the post-show last game as well, that he got run out and then he instantly, as the senior player of the team, went to Sky, pat him on the back and said, "Koi baat nahi yaar, you got this." Unfortunately, we just fell a little short. Man, tell me, I think our biggest problem right now, one is the death bowling, and the other is the depth in our batting, right? For you, which one is the bigger problem? Or if you have another problem?
More than that, the coordination, that's what is a little bit lacking at the moment right now.
I think.
But again, sorry to cut you off, even Pollard, he has been the most reliable player that MI has had so far.
Right.
Like, I remember even at the stadium, like when we used to go to watch the matches back in the day as well, like, even if the scene is totally dead, you are just praying, and when Pollard walks in, you are like, हाँ. Now, you know, that a bit of that relief you get. कि अच्छा अभी कुछ तो आके ये फोड़ेगा.
Yeah.
Also,
absolutely.
whenever we have a discussion with other fans, right, the biggest thing that they're not scared of Brevis, they're not scared of, you know, Ishan Wagara, they're scared of Pollard, of BB. And we are worried about the form and everything, but that has been a thing. What scares me about Tilak is कि उसका अब तक कोई weakness पता नहीं है. His weakness is he's still in that gully cricket का mode कि cut runs रहते थे ना, touch करके भागना है. He shouldn't do that. वो नहीं है. Like if you stay in the crease, that's fine. Don't run as soon as the ball hits your bat. That's okay.
Yeah, just I think it's a rush of blood to the head, man. At that age, which is why I'm saying, and this is something I spoke about in a video very recently, is right now we're going through a transition phase. I beg your pardon, and I think this is a big. Oh, you like that one, huh? He loves catching every little mistake away. No, but again, it's a transition phase that MI are going through, and this is where I think Chennai has missed out on that entire phase, because the mega auctions, probably the last one, was the best chance to reshuffle the team, because you have to put everyone, no right to match card. We had to just retain 4 players. All of this, and I think Chennai retained slightly older players. I won't say they're old. Except probably, I think Dhoni is pretty much done. Maybe a season 2, max 2 more. But this is what they could have done and said, guys, let's get a bunch of extremely young players. Like, I keep saying this, look at our middle order, man. You've got Ritik Shokeen, right, Juyal, Dewald Brevis, Tilak. All of these guys are below 20 years of age. So 2 or 3 seasons from now, 2018, I think, was our last mega auction, where we didn't qualify. We ended up coming 5th. But we made our base strong, right? And what we do after that? Destroyed the competition, right? They annihilated them. Last season, I think, was one of those really off seasons where we just didn't click. Also, over an entire year, 1 season was played.
Right.
Do you think that is Chennai's biggest problem right now? Is Chennai itself?
Yeah, I think they really. So मुझे एक चीज भी बहुत contradicting लगी थी. Like after winning the title championship last season, Dhoni had mentioned like our batch has done the work. It's time for the next generation to take over.
Right.
In fact, he was also of the opinion. He hinted कि यार अभी it's not about retaining me. You need to retain players जो actually valuable for 3 years.
Correct.
It seems it has not gone in the way he wanted, because the next day there was a statement, nahi, Dhoni is going to stay and everything. So I think there has been some. I don't know. Like as a fan, I'm just.
On that note, you know, we've started that transition phase very early, and you need courage to take such a call, you know, to go in with a completely blank slate. From this season, you need courage, and you know the think tank has thought very minutely. It's not just a call taken overnight. They've thought very minutely कि हाँ हमें step by step ये squad build करना है. As I said earlier, you know, you have to climb the ladder step by step to go towards that top spot. So this is what they are aiming at, and I'm still saying that this squad, if every player comes in properly and performs their role over to perfection.
Yeah.
We still have it in the bag. I'm very positive about it. Just that everyone needs to stick to their
Yeah.
game role, game plan, and we are in it, yaar. We
I
are in
remember
it.
we were talking about SRH not having the best auctions, but then
Yeah.
unke player like it didn't have a good auction, but then unke players have been stepping up. जो हम लोग का नहीं हो रहा है. Somewhere our players have not really
it's
clicked at the right
individual,
time.
yeah. You're right, 100%.
SRH का जितना भी जो भी है, they are making the most out of it. Those players are really performing and stepping up to the
That to
occasion.
Gujarat, I think, has a
Yeah.
genie because they rub the lamp and
Nehraji.
every game one guy, Nehraji is the genie.
Nehraji is the genie.
Nehraji, because every game that one
Yeah.
person is winning the game for them.
Yeah.
Right? And but today I think our captain Fantastic has to step up and let's have the fan zone and see what they have to say. All right, Amaya, I'm only going to start with you because, man, that big logo behind you is just making me smile. Captain Fantastic, 661 runs. No joke. I'm going to ask you quickly for a prediction. How much does MI make in the power play? And out of that, how much is going to be Rohit Sharma's contribution?
69. Rohit Sharma.
Damn.
31.
Great.
Nice. Yeah, 661 runs against a single team is absolutely ridiculous. Pranay, for you, again, being the Chennai fan, is he your biggest threat today, or are you still looking at the big man from Trinidad?
I think along with Ken Pollard, of course, yes, you focus on the big man, the big show, Rohit Sharma. As you've mentioned yourself that he has scored 600 runs against a single opposition. I don't think so any other batsman has done that against any other team per se. So, oh wow, that's a lot of runs.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad strike rate either. So you see that he has had an impact against Chennai and he has scored. And plus the fact that over the last two games, he has shown some signs of getting his stats back because Rohit Sharma is the sort of person he just needs one innings to find his groove and then instantly he starts clicking. He may even take those 20 balls extra and maybe not have an expansive power play. They may have like a power play of, let's say, 42 to 45 runs with one wicket falling maybe of Ishan Kishan, or even if it doesn't, if there are no wickets and they play slow, Rohit Sharma has the capacity to accelerate towards the end overs. So yes, he is your big threat of the order, and as a CSK fan, I would see some sort of a tactic against him to get him out early. Maybe employing the hook shot ploy against him because he does get to tend to get out.
Bit of a
that.
Stephen Fleming
So,
there, huh? He's got his plans. But look, I'm going to use Rohit Sharma's line that he used against me because I keep giving you guys IPL stats, and he only told me that don't forget the Champions League. So the 752 is overall in all competitions.
Yeah.
I keep dreaming of the IPL, don't I, Kunal?
Absolutely. I like how Pranay को पूछा था रोहित शर्मा के बारे में, but there's a PTSD रहता है ना, वो जैसा CSK fans को with Pollard, like कितना damage किया. I remember Amay mentioning कि मुझे 5 innings याद है Pollard के. Pranay could have listed 5 just against CSK. That's the kind of stress they are in. But tell me one thing, Shreyas, top order, I mean not even top order, the openers, they both ऐसे नहीं लग रहा है बहुत pressure में खेल रहे हैं. They should just play freely. Rohit and Ishan just go and attack. Is that what you want from them?
Definitely. I mean, I think they guys need to step up right now, and I'm pinning my hopes on Rohit actually because he has been in good touch, I feel, since the first game against Delhi as well. So it's just that he's getting starts but he's not converting. So I'm just hoping that he hooks CSK for a 6 as well today. And Ishan Kishan has been in good touch as well. So they just need to keep the pressure off and start hitting from ball 1, I guess. And we have the team, we have a good middle order. I mean, Baby AB is just fantastic right now, even Tilak Verma, and it's CSK, so Paulie is going to step up, I feel. So it's going to be pretty sorted if Rohit gets going today.
Yeah,
absolutely. And if you want to be featured on the last segment of our show, all you have to do is use the hashtag MISliceMoment and we will get you on the show, and you can win a bunch of cool hampers and goodies and tickets and whatnot. So don't forget to use the hashtag MISliceMoment.
Pranay, I don't know if the fans are on still, but I had a question for him. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
And the thing was, MI have lost the least number of wickets at an average of 148. So let's get back to him on that note. Okay, so basically, Pranay, getting back to you being a Chennai Super Kings fan, Mumbai Indians have lost the least amount of wickets versus finger spin at an average of 148. Do you think there's going to be a big matchup with Thikshana coming in versus the Mumbai Indians, especially in the middle overs?
I think why just take the middle overs in consideration, consider the power play as well. Because you've seen Theekshana been employed
Yes.
slightly, like given 1 over or others, like 1 or 2 in the power play, because they're depending on Jadeja trying to concentrate runs in the middle overs, which hasn't really worked. Because it usually does, but this season they have not been clicking that much. So you can see that against finger spinners, MI has done well. And I think so that they would have kept that in mind. So I'm not seeing Theekshana in the power play anymore. Maybe let's say what they do later on is that maybe have a tandem of Santner and Theekshana in the middle overs to play the role that Jadeja does of contrast of compressing the runs.
Well, I think you are. I'm sorry to cut you off,
seam
but I
bowlers.
can't help to but make the comparison. I think Pranay is the CSK ka Binaisha. I think he's the know-it-all of that side, bro. I just love the fact that you know so much. But man, we have to talk about your favorite bowler now.
Boom, I think Boom has to like एक तो चीज you have to really appreciate Bumrah. Like वो इतने time में has done really well without a good support. Usually bowlers hunt in packs like Chinu says.
Correct.
But unfortunately उसके पास कोई support है नहीं ये time, and in spite of that he's doing well and he's मतलब 4 overs है, but वो 4 over में जितना कर सकता है उतना कर देता है.
True.
Right?
Yeah, and I think somewhere, like I keep saying, it's not his fault. His bowling has not been bad this season.
Yeah.
He's just unfortunately being seen off very nicely. So you see, his economy is not too bad. He's not taking wickets because they're not taking chances against him. Bumrah's biggest forte is making you play the fall short. And again, big congratulations to him. His 200th T20 game, which is a massive milestone. And it just feels like it was just a few years ago where we saw a lanky little guy bowling with a weird action, getting Virat Kohli out on his maiden game. He's come a really long way since then, and you can see that in the way he talks, the way he bowls. We saw it when his wife was talking about him very recently. What is the biggest, the biggest plus point for you over the years seeing Bumrah? Because I remember he used to be slightly expensive initially. His first few seasons going at 9, 10 and over. Today he's the most lethal bowler in world cricket.
So for me, my favorite moment was जब भी I think super over थी या last over थी match की, and तभी the ball didn't the captain Rohit Sharma didn't go to Malinga, he went to Bumrah. I remember Malinga's face as well, थोड़ा सा like it was like okay the transition has happened, but he was proud of it as well कि उसने ही वो groom किया हुआ है.
He was talking to him, man. He had his arm around him. He was giving him all the.
That has been my favorite moment of Bumrah. कि that was it, like this is the moment the transition has happened. They are like कि अभी तू संभाल ले आगे, and that is really beautiful to see.
Exactly, when Pollard walks in, the opponent has that fear in their eyes. जैसे ही बुमराह के पास बॉल जाता है, you can see that, you feel the pressure building up.
Yeah, 100%. और हम इतना बात ही कर रहे बुमराह का, कुछ उसके बारे में देख भी लेते हैं. Look at that. One step, boom! He's done for the day, guys. Over. Peace out. I'm done. That was that. There we go. My next session. I promise you, if there was a speed gun there, that's 2 steps. Must have been like 135 at least. I reckon it looked like a good 135 cherry. 1 step, and he got the outside edge. Boom! He's like, done for the day, guys. Go home. Have dinner with the wife, sleep, ready for CSK.
Totally. And also, I don't understand what is it with CSK picking ex-MI players. There's Dwayne Smith, Dwayne Bravo, there's Raidu, Harbhajan Singh, so many players. Apart from that, अभी उन्होंने एक छोटा मलिंगा भी लिया. They have.
We discussed this.
Yeah.
We discussed this, and you were
What
worried
is it?
whether he's playing or no.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, no, he's not. So we are like, fine.
Yeah, they've actually taken a bowler who's super young, and his bowling action is actually like Malinga.
True, but the players are on the field on that note. Before I let you guys leave, quick predictions. First inning score. Vinaysha, I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to back my team. I'll say 210.
Damn, love it. आप बता दीजिए.
197.
197.
That's precise.
Yeah, brother.
I feel like Rohit and Ishan, I might be a little optimistic, but at least a 75 partnership for sure.
Okay.
And I would say like a 200.
Okay. Brevis being the highest score according to me आज के match में 184.
Oh, 187 is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
And on that note, let's pray Paltan. आज खाता खुल जाए. मुझे social जाना यार. Peace out. Bye.